Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about the Vancouver Art Gallery. We hope you guys enjoy our video, and let's get started. The Vancouver Art Gallery. It is a building that both houses and is itself art. Located in the center of downtown Vancouver, the gallery has grown to be the largest art gallery in Western Canada. The structure maintains an important position within the city of Vancouver, with vital connections to civic history, architecture, artistic content, and community interaction. The elements facilitated by the Vancouver Art Gallery combine to provide both an intense presence within the city of Vancouver and a resonance within the artistic world as a whole. The aspects of the building that draw interest are both multifaceted and varied, with the gallery representing a great deal of things to a great number of people. This meaning and representation are expressed through the evolving context of history and aesthetics that the Vancouver Art Gallery showcases. From the complex relationship between building and community, to the way that the city at large interacts with the institution, the building is a focal point for community interaction. The gallery facilitates community discourse through both protest and education, as the centrality of the gallery provides the most consistent protest gathering space in Metro Vancouver, while educational programs have been part of the gallery's mandate since its inception. Since that time, the gallery has featured both local and traveling exhibitions, with 75% of the exhibitions being either based on part of the permanent collection or from local curation. The future of this local aspect, clearly tied to conversation, education, and interaction, is in flux. With plans to move to a new location and building in the near future, it is all the more important to consider the importance the gallery holds. Whether considered for its contribution to aesthetics or community, discourse or education, the gallery represents an important convergence of art and community within the city of Vancouver, and is one that should be afforded both protection and consideration in the coming years. Initially housing the law courts of Vancouver, the building that now houses the Vancouver Art Gallery was originally constructed in 1906, having been designed by Francis Rattenbury, architect of Victoria's Parliament buildings. In 1910, the gallery's iconic stone lions, which are said to be exact copies of those at Trafalgar Square, were installed, and by 1912, architect Thomas Hooper had designed the annex on the western side of the building. When the last legal case held in the building finished in 1979, discussion began regarding the future use of the structure. The Vancouver Art Gallery was chosen to move into the building, with expansion from the gallery's smaller nearby campus being primarily considered due to a need to house a growing collection with an emphasis on housing the gallery's new extensive Emily Carr collection. After renovations overseen by Arthur Erickson, the building, now housing the Vancouver Art Gallery, reopened in 1983. The architecture of the building is firmly rooted in its judicial origins. The columns and dome, along with the sandstone and granite elements, are all typical elements of a neoclassical style. As law courts, this style promotes a powerful connection to classical Greek and Roman ideals. The notions of justice and liberty are strong and obvious elements to be represented in a legal building, though this conversation evolves over time as the use of the building does in turn. Over time, the structure moved from a place where crimes were judged to a space where creativity is housed and expressed. Further community judgment and expression began to be represented and play a role as the grounds of the gallery began to be used as a focal point for protest and social unrest. Liberty continues to relate to the building, if only in different and more varied ways. Whether through protest, education, or engagement, the gallery has long been a community focal point in the city of Vancouver. Combining the iconic status of a historical building with a central location, the gallery has come to be Vancouver's primary place for civil protest and meeting. The lawn and steps of the gallery feature multiple events every week, ranging from community and political rallies, human rights protests and community events, to advertising campaigns and environmental demonstrations. When an organization or group in Vancouver requires a rally in a public space, the courtyard, steps, and lawn of the gallery are often a first consideration. It is not only through protest that engagement is found at the gallery. Educational programs and events have long been a priority at the gallery, with an emphasis on creative youth engagement. This is clearly represented through youth tours, young associate programs, and the gallery's monthly Super Sunday youth engagement event. Beyond these programs, promotion of local creativity is facilitated for all ages. The gallery emphasizes this local aspect through the Fuse program, which features engagement and promotion of local creativity in both youth and adult sessions. The gallery has a permanent collection of more than 11,000 works, but careful consideration is given to what and when to show specific exhibits. The gallery employs the notion of a so-called blockbuster to invite and engage with the general public. Of these large and widely promoted exhibitions, the recent Picasso, the Artist and His Muses, was the most widely visited exhibit in the gallery's history. As visitors move past the central exhibits and up through the gallery's levels, they are engaged by a greater proportion of both local and contemporary art. The grand exhibitions get a foot in the door, while more niche exhibits engage the public once they are there. This manages to push and promote local art to an audience that might otherwise be less knowledgeable or immediately interested. Beyond its main grounds, the gallery also facilitates and oversees a number of public art projects stationed throughout the city of Vancouver. With these art installations, the gallery's presence is not limited to one place, and its resonance can be felt further afield than the gallery space. After years of discussion, 2013 brought confirmation of a new art gallery location. The new structure, which is planned to begin groundbreaking in 2017, is to be located at the corner of Georgia and Cambie Streets. The decision has thus far been fraught with controversy. While expanding collection sizes and needs for improved community viewing space are important, there have been a number of problematic elements regarding the new gallery. The choice of Herzog and de Meuron over local architects has sparked uproar in Vancouverites. Also, the move from a neoclassical building to one significantly more modern has not gone smoothly in the public eye. The future of the gallery remains fluid and requires both public input and engagement. Along with the conversation and controversy regarding the new gallery and its new home, one thing has been made abundantly clear: the important place the gallery holds in the hearts and minds of those who call Vancouver home. As grounds for art, engagement, education, and discourse, the Vancouver Art Gallery has evolved beyond its physical function to become an essential feature of the city of Vancouver. We thank you for watching and engaging with our de-skilled homage to the Vancouver Art Gallery.